one. Today is Wednesday, the 28th of August. Yeah, it's the 28th of August. Football's right around the corner. Baseball's going on. We just had Jadzia Axelrod in the shop to sign all the books that she wrote, so come on and get those down here if you haven't, picked your copy up or had her sign your copy on Saturday. But today is still Wednesday, and you know what that means. That means it's time for comics again. Thank you for tuning into Comics Again, the show that enters your feed every week. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm about to tell you all the new number ones coming your way, so let's get down to business and look at some new comic books coming your way today. Let's see what's going on in DC Comics in the Absolute Power event. This week, DC Comics has 3 tie-ins to the Absolute Power. First off, Task Force 7, issue 5 of 7. The Speedsters. There's one Flash that hasn't been caught yet. Find out what happens. Then there's Absolute Power Origins, issue 2 of 3, the origins of Amanda Waller. And then Green Arrow, issue 15. And those are your Absolute Power tie-ins. Not an Absolute Power book, but a celebration of a previous event. DC has put out a 30th anniversary special for 0 Hour. Yeah, think about it. 0 Hour is turning 30. Think about that. Parallax, 0 Hour, 30. There's a special with all new material set in the timeline of 0 Hour. It's a beefy boy, and you can think about how 0 Hour is now 30. And I should not fail to mention that the all-new collector's edition, issue 56, the Superman versus Muhammad Ali, or Muhammad Ali versus Superman oversized Treasury edition, is getting a facsimile reprint today. You should get this, add this to your collection. This is an all-time classic. Look at this Neil Adams art on the cover. This is a must-have, must-own. If you don't have the original, get this. If you have the original, get this, because then you can read this and save your original. This book's awesome. If you don't have it, do recommend. Marvel is not to be outdone by that 30th anniversary special for 0 Hour. They're like, no, what do we got? Well, when we switch gears and look at Marvel, we see that they have an 85th anniversary special. Yeah, they're not to be outdone. Marvel's always got to one-up everyone. So celebrate 85 years of Marvel with this new anthology, celebrating 85 years of Marvel Comics. All right, look, I know last week I said my heart's always with the Predator, but my original version, the original me, the young Brian, saw Aliens and Alien first before he saw Predator. And yeah, I know, I haven't seen Ron of this still, but Aliens is one of my all-time favorite. Alien is one of my all-time favorite movies. So when I heard Jonathan Hickman, Assad Ribic, Alien, and Avengers, my mind got blown. It blew out the back of my skull. Declan told me about this back in March, and I've been holding it in so long, and I am so excited that it's finally here. Yeah, it's Aliens Vs Avengers by Jonathan Hickman and Assad Ribic. This is the part 1 of 4 of this crossover event that, I never thought I'd see, but I've already seen Batman vs. Aliens, so why not Avengers vs. Aliens? This is going to be awesome. Get this now. Add this to your subscription. Do not miss out. It's Assad Ribic painting aliens fighting the Avengers. What else do you want? Oh yeah, Jonathan Hickman writing. That's what I want. That's the other thing. Avengers, Aliens, Aliens vs. Avengers. Take a look at the history of Moon Knight with Phases of Moon Knight, issue number 1. It's all Moon Knight stuff. All new Moon Knight stuff. You know you need more Moon Knight. It's not night without the moon. Moon Knight without the night. Who knows what I'm saying? The Venom War continues to rage on, this time with Zombiotes, issue number 1. There's zombie symbiotes. Symbion zombiotes. And get ready for some more spider clone action with Chasm, Curse of Cain. No, it's Chasm, but I like to say Chasm. Issue 1, it's Chasm. If you're like me and you were a fan of Scavengers, that little video on the internet that became Scavenger's Reign on HBO Max and then got canceled by HBO Max and then got picked up by Netflix, and you're hoping to get more, well, this one might help you fill some space in your heart, because John Arcudi has a new book that he's writing called Convert that looks to be about people in space, kind of lost on an alien world, and I can't wait to read this thing. Check it out. It's Convert, issue number 1 from Image Comics. Do you love Frankenstein as much as I do? You might. I love it a lot. So I love Frankenstein. So if you do, you might be like me, and you might be intrigued to see what's going on with Michael Walsh's Universal Monsters Frankenstein in which we're going to learn about all the little bits and pieces that went in to make Frankenstein. Like what happened, whose hands, whose legs, what's the like shoulder blade, all that kind of stuff. Whose knees are Frankenstein's knees? Find out in here as Michael Walsh writes and draws his version of the Universal Monsters Frankenstein. I can't wait to read this. Really firing on all cylinders this week. We're going to get a look at another book in the Berserker universe as we look at the Lost Book of B. This is all the stuff that I love this week. I can't believe there's Aliens, there's Frankenstein, and now there's a new Berserker. It's written by Matt Kint, art by Ron Garney. It's the original team up. Keanu's obviously involved. It's the original team that did the original miniseries that came out a couple years back, not all these one-shots, but they're teamed up to do one of those one-shots. It's Berserker, The Lost Book of B, issue number 1. I'm knee-deep in the Book of Elsewhere by Keanu and Chana Mieville that came out a couple weeks back. It's a novel. It's pretty awesome. Do recommend checking it out if you like the Berserker stuff. Coming away from Distillery Comics is a new Brian Azzarello and Stephanie Phillips book where they team up with artist Daniel DeZiesel. I can never pronounce his name and I feel really bad about it, but his art's really great. I've loved his comics for a very long time. This thing is called Life. Brian writes one side, Stephanie writes the other side, and together you get to the middle and you flip over and read the other one. Flip book. It's called Life. It's from Distillery. It's going to be great. It's high concept sci-fi. So get in on this thing now. It's Life. You can flip it. Just when you thought Tom King wasn't writing enough comics, he's writing a special new Archie issue. It's Archie the Decision. Archie's going to pick Betty or Veronica. Find out what's going on in here as Tom King teams up with classic Archie artist Dan Parent to tell you who Archie's finally going to pick. It's in this comic book right here, Archie the Decision. And coming away from Massive Comics is an all-new Popeye comic book written and illustrated by Marcus Williams. I Lie Popeye. Issue 1 is here to give you all the things you want to go along with your spinach. If you've been digging all the stuff in the Transformers Skybound universe, the Energon universe, don't miss out on the reprint, facsimile reprint of the Transformers issue 1. It's originally from Marvel Comics, but now it's got the Skybound up there. You can get it now, reprinted, facsimile style, from Skybound, from Image Comics. It's Transformers issue number 1. All the classic stuff inside that you want. Not having to track down the original printing. Just get this one, and you don't have to worry about keeping it safe. You can like read it on the toilet or whatever. All right, that is it for me this week. Thank you for tuning into comics again. I'll be back here to do this again for you next week, but I'll be in the store all day today, most of tomorrow, and all day Friday and Saturday. So come see me in the shop. If you can make it into the store here in Brave New Worlds Comics in Old City, Philadelphia, feel free to hit me up at bravenewworldscomics.com. You can shop this store in Old City, or you can shop the Willow Grove store. That one's closer to you. Go to them. Go see Eric and Will and all those knuckleheads out there. They'll help you just as much as Casey and I will help you down here. See you back here next week for another one of these comic book videos where I tell you all the new number 1s. Hopefully it's some good stuff. It'll be September, I think. Maybe we're almost there. Are we almost there? I think we are. I think it will be September. That'll be all right, right? That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Kids, go do your homework.